Number 10 on the bottom of 246 says, a story problem. Remember, one of our I cans is, can I understand it in terms of the situation? This is it. An elevator can hold 2,800 pounds or less. So it can hold this many pounds or less. Are we going to have a line, an equal sign, or no? Can it hold exactly 2,800 pounds? Yeah. Yes, and so we're going to have an equal sign. Is this the biggest, or is what it can hold going to be bigger than that number? Which one has to be the biggest? This thing or what it totals? Ah, and so this one is the biggest it can be, so that one has to be greater than whatever else it is. 2,800 has to be greater than or equal to, it says it could be 2,800 pounds. Do you see why we put it that way? Because whatever it holds had better be, I mean, it could hold 1,000 pounds, right? Yeah. Can it hold 3,600 pounds? No, you would have a broken elevator and someone would really get hurt. Okay? So that's why this has to be the biggest. We're going to write and solve an inequality that describes how much more weight the elevator can hold if it's currently holding 2,375 pounds. Whoa. What are we going to do on this side?
Put a ladder?
Because we don't know how much more it could hold, right? But what do we know?
I know that it's holding 2,375.
So it's 2,375 pounds. What operation are we going to use? If it's how many more pounds can it hold? Yes, we are going to add something, but you're right. We don't know how many pounds it is, so I'm going to write an X because I don't know how many. Questions about how we set up that inequality? We know this is the total. We know it could be 2,800 pounds, so that's why we put the equal then. We know that whatever's in there, it better be less than that, or you're going to be in trouble. Do you see how I'm throwing numbers out? I said, well, if it was 3,600 pounds, I just picked one that I knew was a lot bigger to make it easier for me to think about. Could I stick in something that's 400 pounds? Yeah, so that would make it a true statement. Okay? So I just pick numbers that are kind of far away to make it easier to think about. Am I done?
No.
What do I have to do? I have to find the solution, which means I have to figure out what X is. How do I get X all by itself in this situation? Someone raise your hand that has not answered a question yet today and tell me, Lindsay, how do I get X by itself? Good, I have to do the same thing on both sides. This, and I'm subtracting Y. Good, because I want to make this 0, and if I have positives, it'd be like adding a negative. They're the same thing. If I take that away. And it's the opposite of adding, absolutely. So I have X left over. What do I do on this side? Yep, so I have to subtract. Check my math. Is my math right? 450. I'm sorry, 425. That's what I did in my head, not on the paper. Thank you. 425. I'm in all kinds of math issues today, aren't I? All kinds of number issues. 425 what? This is a story problem. Pounds. What does this mean? 425 pounds is greater than or equal to X. What does that mean in terms of the situation? I want a statement. Even though we didn't do that, I want you to be able to understand what that means. So Lindsay just answered a question. Tell me what this means about our elevator. What does it mean about our elevator? Sierra. Okay, so that you just read what this says. Perfect. Didn't answer the question I asked though. So you made a true statement, but you didn't answer. What does that mean about our elevator? What about our elevator? What do you think, Dylan? Or if I have 425, so if I added 600, I would be at 2,975. Can my elevator hold that? 2,975? No, we're going to get broken elevator. So it's not 425 or more. It's what? The elevator Can hold, yeah, because you people don't know what it means. Can hold 425 pounds or less without breaking. Period at the end, capital letter at the beginning. I know it didn't ask for that, but you guys have to know what it means in terms of the situation. I could put a 40-pound person on the elevator and not break it, right? This is one of my little buddies weighs about, I could put a 200-pound person, because 2,375 plus 200 would be 2,500, and that's less than 2,800. Could I put 1,000 pounds on there? No, because that'd be at 3,000 something, and that is way more than 28. I'm going to break it. Do you see what it says? And so this number, how much I put, has to be less than this number. Could it be equal to? Could I put on 425 pounds exactly? How do you know? How do you know I could put on exactly 425 pounds without breaking it? Logan? Good. Can be equal to that. Good. We don't have to graph it. So they're one-step problems that need to be graphed. Story problems, there's a couple of them. Okay? We're also going to do some one-step problems on page 2. So I want you to turn to 249.